Please let me bite you. Let me nibble. Okay. So I don't think that we're able to use the basilisk for this. If I had to guess. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more of our Ark misadventures in the glorious tundra that is Jotunheim on Fjordur. And today we are looking to replace our flyer. So I know I can breed out a new wyvern, and we actually still have a handful of other wyverns that we have just bred out in general for ourselves, such as our fire wyverns, and our ice wyverns, and our poison wyverns. But I kind of want to use something new. And I had been talking to someone during one of our live streams, and he was mentioning how much he enjoys snow owls. And I'll be honest, much like manas and doing the basilisk mutations, snow owl mutations have been something that I have always wanted to do. There we go. Words are hard. So I figured, why don't we come out to Jotunheim and both look for some snow owls, because I think I prefer the normal snow owl to the R version, as well as look for XRGs. If I could hit this RG, I'm kind of just embarrassing myself here in all honesty. I'm going to let that thing live. You get to live today, but I will be back for your skin. Maybe. But I figured, why don't we look for some XRGs as well, because the XRG just looks so much better than the vanilla RG. And I do want to mess with those a bit, like they would just be good for hauling around resources. You know, flying wise, at least our basilisk is really good for doing it on the ground. As well as we can also use them for the Desert Titan just because. Like, we probably will end up doing the Desert Titan a few more times, just because you need his trophy to summon the King Titan on all difficulty levels, so in theory we're going to have to do it at least 2 more times. So it could be fun to do it with something else. And we might also check out the Ice Wyvern Trench here too, because our Ice Wyverns kind of fucking suck. I'm going to be honest. And I would like to bolster. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's kind of early for me. I'm still working my way through my coffee. So let's get the search underway, and hopefully we can find some good ones of both of these creatures. You know, this brings up a good point, actually, because Utaranuses are something that we do still need to look into. And there's a lot of versions of Utaranuses. Like, there's the X version here, there is the greater Uteranus that is part of Paleo Ark, and then there is the Aberrant Uteranus that is part of additional Aberrant creatures, which we actually... Okay, it's 2 bites to knock them out, are you kidding me? Yo, that's wild. That's insane. Jesus, I was not expecting that. But there's this X version, which this guy has really good health. Oh no! Don't. Got really concerned there that he was gonna fuck it up. So I'm still figuring out which ones I want, because there's the Aberrant, there's the normal, there's the X, there's the greater, and then there's the R greater. So we might as well grab this one while we're here. Well, we accidentally slithered our way on up to the Ice Wyvern Trench, so it would be rude to not check this place out while we're here, right? Also, for people who are curious as to why I'm not just, like, flying through the area, you actually can't fly in the Outer Realms on Fjordur. Like, we could glide with a Maywing. It makes them really good, but, like, that's kind of, like, the extent of what we can do. We can, like, jet with the mana, yeah. But we can't, like, dive with the mana either, so it loses a lot of its, like, base movement speed. Let's check out the trench here, because it's a really small trench, so we might be checking it a few times to see what we can pull. And as you can see, there's quite a few wyverns in here. There's, I think, like 7 different nest spots. It's one of the really cool things I have to say with Fjordur is that there's... Oh, that's a terrible one. Fantastic. That's also terrible. Fantastic. This is boding well. There's only like 5 or 6 nesting spots for the wyverns, but it's really cool that each of the realms have their own wyvern. So you can actually get all the wyverns in specific trenches. It's not like on Ragnarok or Lost Island where you're having to search through like a trench with all 6 wyverns. Where did I get the number 6 from? Also, those 2 were really good, and I'm not seeing a nest, and that hurts my feelings. I'm gonna be honest. There's still one potential chance around the corner here. No. Imagine if we had gotten a max level Ice Wyvern egg. Oh, that would have been the dream. But instead of having to search for one specific egg in a group of 3, you can kind of just target out the specific wyverns that you're looking for. Be it ices here on Jotunheim, lightnings in Asgard, poisons in Vanaheim, and... Oh, well, okay, I'll take that for sure. And fires in... I want to say it's... Brenheim? Hang on, I can pull up the wheel and show you what it is. It's, Valheimir. I don't know, despite... I'm really bad at pronouncing Norse. Whoa. I'm just apparently bad at pronouncing things. I'm bad at pronouncing Nordic names. So, I think most people are, in all fairness. So, alright, let's continue our hunt for birds, though. Hey, there we go. 112. Now, the question is, do we risk it? 116, too. Okay, we definitely risk it, then. Will you die on me? Please let me bite you. Let me nibble. Okay. So, I don't think that we're able to use the basilisk for this. If I had to guess. Oh, Jesus. That was... Honestly, this was a concern I did actually have when I was doing the basilisk mutations. Of that, we might... I don't want to say breed them too much, but their melee is going to get out of hand. Like, we're definitely still good. Like, it's still really good for, like, the big guys, like Utyrannuses and such. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Good thing I made a ton of nets, so that's, like, super helpful for this. Because, yeah, you can just net snow owls. There's definitely, like, traps we could be doing for this, too. Like, you can just do, like, kind of like the generic RG trap that we did, like, several episodes ago at this point when we trained our first RGs. With, like, just standard gateways and walk them in and, you know, close the door behind them. There's also a specialized trap, I think. Oh, you can search up, like, Captain Fat Dog Snow Owl traps, and it can show it, which is, it's a really interesting trap. It's, like, on a pillar with just, like, a triangle foundation, because snow owls are super small, actually. So, yeah, oh, yeah, this one. Oh, he's got good melee. Honestly, I'm, like, considering potentially breeding out the snow owls, too, to use for a, Desert Titan fight. I've never seen anyone do it, and I think it could be something fun to do. Same with our griffins. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. I gotta think on it, though. But yes, our first snow owl, fantastic. Hey! Now, I know for a fact I can't use the basilisk here. The basilisk now does too much damage. At least the Argentavises take bonus damage from any, like, rifle. So, this should be a pretty quick... Yep, there it is. Pretty quick tame. Also, I saw some snow owls hanging around. Also, I'm very curious, did it... Okay. So there had been a 116 female Exutyrannus that I had found, and I had accidentally bit it twice, and it passed out in water. I'm like, is it actual water? Or is it, like, water that's not really water? You know? You ever, like, experience that in real life? Oh yeah, we would have absolutely killed this thing. But regardless, it drowned. And that's sad. So I'm not overly sure how many I'm going to be bringing you guys back for, because a lot of the teaming is going to be just the exact same process as, like, we've recorded already. But, oh, is that it? Landing? Or is that a different one? There's, yep, that's it, a 120 Argentavis. And, max levels are always exciting, right? Just wish the taming was a little more exciting. Honestly, this is one that there's a chance that we could, use the Basilisk. Honestly, if we were on Genesis Part 1, we definitely could. Because for some reason, it's only on Genesis Part 1. All the X creatures on the other maps, like here, that, oh, this is a decent Argentavis, actually. All the Argentavises, oh god. All the X creatures that are, not on Genesis Part 1 lose their damage, like, modifier. So on Genesis Part 1, for some reason, all X creatures take, like, half damage and deal 33% more damage. Something like that. It's really annoying. Like, I think it's a big reason why I don't see a lot of people, like, doing stuff with X creatures. Because they're just such a nightmare to tame. And I'm really glad that they added a bunch of them over on here, where they just take full damage. But, alright, let's continue the search. Okay. I mean, I will take that. What gender was even our other snow owl? So there's another one over here I haven't taken a look at yet either. Are you good too? Question mark? Nope, you're terrible. Fantastic. I think the female that we had seen was the 112 that we made the attempt with the basilisk to tame that didn't end well, frankly. Also, I saw... Oh, it's wyvern wings. Okay, oh, there's a... Is that a snow owl fighting a wyvern? Okay, then. Well, that's the thing that's happening up there. We're gonna choose to ignore that and try and get the snow owl to come come down here. What is that wyvern doing up there? Oh, hello. Okay, cool. You're choosing to come down on your own. Fantastic. Okay. Hold that. Thanks, buddy. So here's to hoping, though, that this one ends up good. Also, I probably should stop taming stuff because I have to start getting ready for work soon. And that would be... Imagine we try and explain what I'm sorry, boss, but I was late because I had to wait for an owl to starve out so I could tame it. You'd just look at me and just be like, yeah. Okay. She'd probably be very disappointed. Oh, that's good health. It's actually, like, really good health. Alright, guys, so we have taken a quick break from the hunt to come over to Vanaheim. Vanaheim? I don't know, the main realm that the map takes place on. Partially because this is actually... Oh, those are just normal RGs, that's right. This is another spot that you can find snow owls, but the bigger thing is I want to show off this cave here. So let me show you on the map where we are. So you can see, you can actually get here pretty easily by teleporting to West Vanaland West, I want to say it is. Let me hop off and I can better tell you. Yes, West Vanaland West. And it's a very short fly over, and this is one of the hard snow caves on the map. And the particular reason I want to highlight this this... Oh, geez, Sauerkraut's tweaking a little. Okay, I think he's good. The main reason I want to highlight this cave in particular is because this cave has really interesting drops. It is the cave that has... It seems to have nearly all DLC creatures. There are saddle blueprints in the pool. That is not the right creature. I want this creature. So I figured, why don't we run in and try and find us a snow owl saddle while we're here too, because we actually don't have a snow owl saddle blueprint quite yet. Now, unfortunately, this cave is, as I mentioned, very difficult, so we should be okay. As you see, level 236 Perlovia there. There's also just Perlovia in the ground there. There's actually one right next to me. So if you're on, like, a smaller creature, the Perlovia will try to pounce you off of your creature. The Yetis are also super strong. I believe it can scale up to, like, double your creature's max level, as you can see there. So this is... It's a pretty tough cave overall. I mean, it's going to be really easy for us as we can just wander through with our Kakara. And honestly, if you have a Desmodus, this isn't the worst cave to do either, because the Desmodus can just fly through caves. So yeah, it's just like this little path around, and as you can see, there's a drop down there. There's probably one in the water over here. I'll try and show off all the drops here as well once we clear out everything. So let's just get into here, clear all these fellas out, because there's actually a drop in here that we're going to have to get to. So we're probably also going to have to get rid of these Perlovia that are in the ground as well. Hopefully they don't kill me, because they are they're so high level. They scare me. Okay, are you fine? You just chilling there, bud? I hear a wolf. Oh, there he is. I couldn't, okay, maybe we should gamma up, because I couldn't see him at all. So let's do that, and let's hop off here really quick. So there's a hidden drop in here that's a red one. The red ones are, of course, the most prized ones, because this is also... they probably changed it by now. I know on Ascended they've definitely changed it. Oh, there's not one in here right now. That's unfortunate. That means that there's definitely one out in the, oh, what do you call it? In the water there. So, actually, we should switch to the Rock Drake to better get around. Because the Rock Drake actually can just climb all the walls in here, too. Which makes it super nice for getting around. We probably could do this with a Megalania, then, actually, now that I'm, like, saying this stuff out loud. Oh, God! That was terrifying. So for people who don't know what Perlovia do, if they hit you, they will dismount you and stun you for a very long time. So as you see, there's another drop down here. There's also the anglerfish, which people have said can be a problem, but I've never had them be a problem. Now, there is part of me that's wondering if, like, the mod that we have, Ascended Loot or whatever it is, that changes our drops to ASA's style, messes with it, but I've also seen how it doesn't at the same time, so I guess, we're just getting unlucky in terms of finding these, like, blueprints. But you can get some, yeah, actually here's a perfect example. You can get them from the yellows too. Like an Ascended Authority Dragon saddle is super good, and a Volanosaur saddle blueprint is also super good. I don't know if we'll do anything with Volanosaurs. They're not really a creature I particularly like. Like, some people just really like them. My brother actually being one of them. I just don't. In particular, I forget how annoying it is to navigate this cave without a flyer. Let's see what we can get from this one. Megalodon saddle is pretty good. Also, one of the really nice things is if you give, this is one of the caves that if you give it a little bit of time, the stuff will respawn. Also, we are going to have to, I think we're going to have to kill these Perlovia. Oh, Jesus. Uh-oh. Yeah, as you see, this is the stun. Thankfully, we're okay, because it didn't take us off, but if we're on something where it's just like when you dismount, you fall onto the ground, we would be in a bad way right now. Alright, let's just get rid of all of these fellas. Also, I completely forgot until, I think it was like yesterday, that, Kraken's Berry Dinos, because it adds in the Direwolf saddle, also adds in a saddle for Perlovia, so we actually can ride them now, too. So, part of me is, like, interested in doing stuff with them. The other part of me kind of just doesn't really care. Like, I'm not saying Perlovia are forgettable, but I'm saying they're not really something that I like. But then there's this back section of the cave, which this actually is the cave where the artifact of the Skylord is. So if you need that, it's like way in the back here. But we're here for like that red and that yellow over there. So these are insta-death pits, so you do have to be aware of that when you're coming over here. And let's just grappling hook our way on up over, and let's see what we've got in this one. Wow. Oh, wow, that's so... Fuck you. Frankly, just fuck yourself. That was fucking terrible. Okay. Let's head towards that yellow now. Oh, Jesus. I think I've talked about it before, but I really don't like, pits that are like, oh, if you happen to fall in, you just die. Like, those just feel terrible to me. But, alright, well, that's actually a good piece of ghillie. I think that's actually better than the gloves that I currently have. Yeah. Sweet. So, yeah, now we're just going to wait around for the respawns, and yeah, if we find anything good, I'll kind of just bring you guys back for it to show it off, or I'll probably talk about it later. So, yeah, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to head back out and continue the hunt. Alright, guys, so we are back on the center. I have fixed my armor from some point. I think it was like the video where we were using Jormungandr to... not Jormungandr. I was watching a Pal World video, Jormungandr on the Bulldog thing where we broke all of our armor and I was too lazy to fix it. But we're back and we have bred out our Snow Owl and it is excellent. Before we talk about that, I did want to show this in particular off. We got a Senate Andrewsarchus blueprint, which is, its armor isn't good, but that turret damage is really good. Andrewsarchus cells are super weird, because they have the two different stats, both the armor and then the weapon damage. And the weapon damage affects the turret on the back of it, and obviously the armor affects the armor. So for people who don't know, the Andrewsarchus is essentially I had someone I used to trade with unofficial who referred to them as pig dogs. And they're essentially a pig dog tank, because they have a mounted minigun as their saddle. It's fantastic. I love them so much. But yeah, that was like the best thing that we pulled, and it's super cool. I'm very excited about that. But here are our owls. Well, owl, and I have it next to our owl to show kind of off the differences, because I kind of talk about it, but I never actually show it off. And it's kind of, it might be easy for other people to see. It's hard for me to see because colorblind. But as you can see, the owls' faces are immediately different. Like, our owls have this like half moon on the belly. Let me backspace here. Have like this half moon on the belly, and it kind of wraps around their face compared to the normal owls where it kind of is just like the face down the stomach and they have this hourglass shape compared to whatever's going on here. And the wings are also a bit different. It's might be a little hard to see because of the tech generate. I could probably turn that off. I wonder if that'll help actually. Let's turn that off. That didn't really help, at least not for me. But as you see, the wings are a bit different. It's more like thin stripes. as compared to these ones where it's multiple different colors of stripes, it looks like, and then the tail is also more striped. It's definitely like a little more flashy on here. I think this one also, oh no, I think this guy also has some spots on his wings as well. Overall, it's like owning a handful of major differences, you know, compared to like the XRGs and normal RGs, where it's just like, normal RGs only have 3 regions, and then here it's just like 3 on the wings, 2 in the chest, and then like the crown on the head or something like that. I don't know. I know XRGs have like a ton of different regions. Our XRGs actually end up being pretty decent. Like, they're not great. I definitely have to do some more work on these. We got 36 stamina and 37 weight, though, which those are, like, the big stats I care about. We also got 31 melee, and what did we end up with health? 31 health. So, like, they're fine. Our owls, however, are super good. So, our snow owls ended up with 37 health, 37 weight, 35 stamina, and 34 melee. And I guess 34 food, because I guess that's important, too. Did we end up with a good oxygen stat? I could breathe that in just for the shits and giggles. We got 27 oxygen. Do we breathe it in just for the shits and giggles? No, we're not going to do that. So, honestly, our owls are, like, super solid. I'm really happy with that. It's a lot better than I expected it to go. So, guys, I think that will wrap up this video for today. I've been doing a lot of adventuring, basically, since we finished Jormungandr there. I've done, like, 4 videos in a day or 2. I don't know, I've done a lot of adventuring since then, so it's going to be nice to sit down and just work on some projects. So yeah, I'm excited to get started. So yeah, I hope you guys are interested to see what we do next. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. And until then, bam, peace.